So there,
Sure.
there's not Van Halen anymore like it was. David Lee Roth is doing a solo tour, but his whole
Oh,
set is Van Halen,
horrible.
and he talks.
Yeah, he's
I,
got
I
backup singers that sing it.
yeah, I already said I would. That's at the Rhyme in a couple months. I go, I would
Never.
go if I could get in basically for free.
Absolutely.
Have a couple drinks and just hang out, but I'm not.
And laugh.
Yeah, I'm not paying top dollar, and even in that, I'd probably be greatly disappointed because that ship has long sailed.
Yeah.
Um, the other kind of cool thing with tribute bands, and again, this is where there's some factor of kind of cheese, but at the same time, I think it does give you an opportunity to get exposure to younger audiences and broader audiences, because in some cases they're playing like fairs, right? And so, all ages show up. So is that kind of a gateway to discovering who Iron Maiden really is, right? And then listening
Sure.
to those songs. It can. And again, if you're, an 8-year-old going to a show, does that pique your interest? It very well could. So I'm all for kind of having that. And then, in our demographic, Stephen James, is it nostalgia for us to look back, and I'll put us in the 40 to 60-year-old age range. We're not at the top end yet, but in that, is it still something from nostalgia? Yeah, I got, that we look back and say, oh yeah, I remember when. It's cool. It makes you feel good, right? Again, hanging out. So kind of creates that experience where, to me, music's always about the experience and remembering where you were when you heard that,
Absolutely.
talk dirty to me.
Yeah.
I mean the song, Stephen, not when I talk dirty to you. I want to
I
be clear about
remember
that.
you speaking of Poison real quick. The band I was in back when I was 17 or 18, speed metal band. And so we were at a pizza place, the band we were hanging
Was that
out.
Fisted Muppet? Was that the name of your band?
And I think it was Impaler at the time.
Okay, that's right. And was that with Brett too?
That was with Brett.
Yeah,
And so the bass player, our bass player at the time, John, he came and we remember Recycler.
absolutely. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
had a recycler and it was a picture of Poison. And he goes, look at how hot these chicks are. And I remember looking at it, I'm like, well, they're pretty. And then
Oh,
they started
wow.
laughing because
Yeah,
when you're looking at a recycler was black and white back
yeah.
then. So you say picture about this big
Hmm.
of, this hair, not that we didn't have hair, but it just made me laugh that he's like, look at how hot these chicks are. And I started laughing. I'm like, they do look like chicks,
Yeah,
but don't get
totally.
me wrong.
Yeah, yeah. They yeah, I saw them at Pala Casino. They
Wow.
played outside, so full stage, and they had like white chairs set up, which all got knocked over.
Of course.
And I remember this was years ago. My parents, this was probably 20 years ago now. My parents at the time were frequent guests of Pala and Vegas. They kind of
Wow.
traverse back and forth. And so they brought it up, said, "Hey, are you interested in going and seeing the Poisons?" I'm like,
Poisons.
"The Poisons,
That's
I
awesome.
think that'd be great. Sure, let's go." So I
Funny.
brought my wife and her brother and his wife, and they go, "Yeah, we'll get you a room," because they were comped, and
Sure.
comp, as you know, Stephen, in a casino world means that you just spend a lot of money. But
These are your
I was a benefactor to say, yeah, you know what? I think we got a meal, we had a concert, which was totally fun. It was just
hell
like
yeah.
cheese level of up to 10, and there was
That's cool.
ladies like, we're like,
Well,
what? And so it was fun time and all that. That's the last time I saw them. But in all that, still it's just about any of those is about the experience, right? Just being able to
right.
enjoy it. And again, when you go back to these bands to kind of and this note right here is, yeah, just the memories, the nostalgia, going back and listening to it. And then what's really cool is when these bands like can pull it off. And you were mentioning like some of these guys are such like incredible musicians, because one, you're learning different and you want to stay true to form, so you have to play all the parts, right? And you
Absolutely.
want to make it work. And then if you're truly incorporating everything about the tribute aspect, is you have a very high bar. So you need the songs to work to precision. You need the moves
Hmm.
on the stage. You got the outfits going and all that. Um, and the same thing, not always, and age doesn't matter entirely, but let's just put it out there. If you're a 70-year-old guitar player, which doesn't mean they still can't pull it off, but you're a 25-year-old guy that has all the chops that's playing those same parts, you might have a little bit more technical precision, right?
Yeah.
Just by not having arthritis and everything to be able to do it. So if anything, I think it's an honor to the craft, right? It's an honor and paying homage to what those bands represent. So